Greetings, Stephenians. In our last lesson, we learned about Stephenians Speak. Each of you will produce an exciting video essay. The best video essayists will be honored when their video essay appears on our Facebook page. We also talked about how to select a topic. Last time we watched a video made by Dennis Prager. It was a very professional video with expensive animations. This time we will watch a video that I made. It does not include expensive graphics. However, it does effectively communicate a message.
Today I speak to the elementary and high school students of 2020. You study in a unique time in human history. What makes this moment so novel is not the contagion that currently plagues our world. Viruses have always been with us. It is not the lethality of the contagion. The Black Plague was far worse. What makes this moment so singular is our response to it. Under the influence of the World Health Organization, countries all over the world have quarantined students, just like you. The virtue of this decision will be debated in the years to come. However, one thing is not in doubt. We have radically changed the way you will study this year. Over 2,000 years ago, Aristotle established the enduring pattern that would govern education until this moment. He gathered his students closely about him, sharing his thoughts and engaging in dialogue. This is how your teachers learned and how their teachers before them, extending into the ancient past. Today, the virus, governments, and cyberspace have abruptly severed your connection to this ancient tradition. You are asked to connect to your teachers through the cold, dark space of the internet. The digital echo is a perfect metaphor for the chasm that separates you from your friends and instructors. Anyone who tells you this will be an easy transition is lying to you. In the 19th century, governments across the world made a momentous decision for you. They decided to make education compulsory. You had to do it. Their motivations were good. They believed if you were educated, you would lead a life of greater prosperity, freedom, and happiness. And I am inclined to think they were right. However, it dramatically altered the relationship between student and teacher. Aristotle's students regarded themselves as the most fortunate of all people. They had the opportunity to pursue the sweetest of all earthly treasures, knowledge. But even the sweetest and purest of all things can appear bitter when you are required to pursue them. The teacher was suddenly less a fount of knowledge. He was a taskmaster. For over a century now, teachers enticed, cajoled, and maneuvered students into studying and discouraged them from mischief. This will be much more difficult in the cyber world. Your teacher cannot stand over you to make sure you are reading your assignment. They will have less control over how you spend your time. There is one final thing to remember. There is right now a device sitting in your home that threatens to ruin your year. It is a thing of marvelous and terrible power. It is both a poison and a thief. For some, it is a computer. For others, a cell phone or a gaming console. These are things of awesome power. They allow you to speak to people across the globe, or calculate the flight of a rocket, or conduct research on the global climate. In just a few seconds, you can retrieve countless articles on Aristotle's first school in Athens. They will also allow you to destroy the most precious of all commodities, time. You will be given many important assignments this year. You'll be challenged to learn the truth and explore new vistas of imagination. All the while, one of these devices will be calling to you. Remember, your score in Doom Destroyer 13 will not improve your life. Your Facebook friends will not be there when you really need one. More than any other time in your life, you have control over the outcome. A year from now, governments around the world will observe the results of their grand experiment. Some students will have done well. Separated from the distractions of campus life, they will find that they learned more than ever before. And a year from now, nations around the world will look in dismay. An army of students will have learned nothing at all. They will have spent the year playing with electronic devices. Let no members of that army be Stephenians. Over the summer, our administrators spent hundreds of hours preparing a system that will allow you to excel. Their sacrifice for your well-being is great. Over the summer, our teachers spent thousands of hours in training learning new software applications and new educational techniques. Their sacrifice for your education is great. Much will be offered to you. The height and breadth and depth of the knowledge available to you is without measure. It is as beautiful as the morning. This is a year of great promise, or this is a year of endless electronic noise. The choice is yours. This is Jim Belton with St. Stephen's High School.
I hope that the essay was helpful to you. I was thinking of your success and happiness when I wrote it. Now we will talk about how to research your topic. Even if you think you know a lot about your topic, you can almost always improve your essay through research. Research has become much easier and much harder than when I was your age. If you wanted to do research then, you needed to go to the library. My school library was a wonderful place, filled to the ceiling with beautiful books. Today, however, using the internet, you can access an almost limitless array of texts on virtually any topic. When I was your age, I could consult the Encyclopedia Britannica. There was a high likelihood that this publication would give me unbiased, general information about most subjects. Newspapers such as the New York Times and Wall Street Journal could be counted on to give fairly accurate information, even if you knew their writers were slightly biased. Books written by college professors were mostly impartial. Unfortunately, many journalists and academics now value their political views more than the objective pursuit of truth. Regardless of the source, you should treat everything that you read as biased in some way. That does not mean that you disbelieve everything you read. It means that you take the time to evaluate what you read based on the evidence and the validity of the arguments presented. How do we begin our research? One great place to start is with a reliable encyclopedia, such as the Encyclopedia Britannica. To access the free version of this encyclopedia, try searching for Britannica Schools. This will give you a good overall view of your topic. After reading the encyclopedia, consider some other sources. Consult our library for books on your topic. If you are having trouble finding a book by yourself, ask a librarian for help. Consult our library for articles on your topic. Do a Google search on the topic. What websites can you find on the topic? Can you find any government statistics on your topic? Can you find a university article on the subject? It is okay to read a website from an advocacy group. If you do, try to read a website with an opposing view. Check with credible think tanks such as the Belfer Center, the Brookings Institute, the Heritage Foundation, or the Hoover Institute. Interview an expert. Maybe your parents know someone who is an expert on your topic. Ask them if they would be willing to answer some questions. Take good notes, including the person you spoke with, the date of the interview, and the important things they said. Search for studies or statistics on the subject. Try to read at least one article with an opposing view. If you think that the national government should take action to clean up the rivers in Manila, try to find one person who disagrees with you. As you read each article, ask yourself the following questions. What is an author's main idea? If you had to summarize the writer's idea in a single sentence, what would it be? Write it down. What evidence does the author give to support his ideas? Does that evidence support his ideas? What reasoning does the author give to support their ideas? Does that reasoning support their ideas? Does the author cite any sources? Do not start by constructing arguments in your mind against the other person's position. Wait until you understand the other person's position before you argue against it. His or her ideas might be wrong, or they might be right. However, you will never know unless you first try to understand what he or she thinks. The problem with knowing everything is that you can never learn anything. I've given you a lot to do. Don't worry. Your teacher can help you with advice. And remember, you chose a great topic. It will be fun to learn more about it. Until next time, remember, we are Stephenians moving forward together.